Hello and welcome in today's stream. I am trying with my go-karting balaclava on, and we'll be trying for the Austrian Grand Prix. Now it should pop up here. Yeah, here we go. Here we have qualifying one. This is first one of three, and way we start. Um, I would think they would start on the softs. It's a very good idea to stay on the softs. I mean, they're probably gonna say stay on the same kind of softs from the previous practice, and I was live with you guys for that one. So here we have, I'll read out the top five. We have Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, and Lewis Hamilton for our top five. So the two McLaren drivers have been staying up there for some time. For practice, I mean, Lando Norris was there the whole time. Max Verstappen is in P3. He was fighting there with Yuki Tsunoda. He was there with his teammate. Then he slowly faded away. Charles Leclerc and Hamilton were in the top five from start. Russell and Antonelli were dropping down and up from there. Lance Stroll was actually in P6 for some time. Then he was in P8. Yuki Tsunoda was up there with Max Verstappen. Bortello was making some good moves with Nico Hulkenberg in P13. Liam Lawson was doing okay. Then he made a great lap time and got P11. Fernando Alonso did pretty well. I mean, he was up there with Stroll. Then he faded out. Albon and Sainz were like always with each other. Not really on the top 10. They were like just edging into it. Then they slowly faded out. Oliver Behrman was doing okay. He was in the back. Pierre Gasly was staying in the back. Ocon and Franco Calpinto were also in the back. Isaac Hadjar, I think, went up to P12 where Alonso is. Then he dropped some positions there. And we are 4 minutes in of, I don't know how long it is gonna be. So no changes now. Here are all the tires that they will be using, just in case you don't know. And these are from the previous practice. So where it doesn't show the tire, means they're in the pits. So there's a lot still in the pits. Yeah, a lot of drivers are in the pits. I think they're gonna take their time. The McLarens are gonna take their time with this. So no time has been set yet. We are gonna wait for the time being set yet. I'm gonna be more talking. Like on YouTube, this is gonna be mostly the video. That's how they mostly do it. I'm gonna mostly talk for this. And Norris and Piastri were very comfortable with their positions in practice there. Piastri was very far behind. I think he was in other cars there. Then on the last 10 minutes or like 20 minutes or so, he pushed really hard and he actually got P2. And Leclerc and Hamilton were actually in the top three. And then Piastri and Max like pushed ahead and got ahead of them. And here we have Alex Albon Lance Stroll setting the first time. Alonso, and a lot of changes here. Here we go. Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Alex Albon, Carlos Sainz, Esteban Ocon. First five runners up on for the times. And I think they're setting them out. Here it's all scrambled up. Then up here it's by team order, it looks like. So my predictions are for top 10. Norris, this is who will be in it. Norris, Piastri, Max, Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, Antonelli, Alonso, and I don't know. We are having Pierre Gasly up there in P6, Esteban Ocon in P7, Franco Calapinto making a massive jump from P20 or P19 from practice into P8, and Lando Norris in P9 with his teammate Oscar Piastri in P10. They need to gain some good times here to get up to P1. It is Lance Stroll, so it must be kind of easy. Max Verstappen is just ahead of the two Ferraris and the two Mercedes here than his teammate Yuki Tsunoda. Pretty well for a Red Bull driver that just joined this year. My expectations are pretty high and limited ideas. They had Liam Lawson, then they backed him down. Now they have Yuki Tsunoda giving him a try. Liam Lawson had 2 races to prove himself. They denied that. And now they got Yuki Tsunoda in the run of it. So they do want good results from Yuki Tsunoda from Red Bull. We have Oliver Behrman, Esteban Ocon making some progress through there. Now they're switching some positions. And we still have the two Aston Martins up there. It's still early days. It's 7 minutes in. And the McLarens, the Red Bulls, and the Mercedes are just patiently waiting and the time to shine. And you can actually see Russell. Somebody made a push. Again, some positions here. Nico Hulkenberg and Gabriel Bortella. Now they're switching up the rear. And Alex Albon, 106. And that is not bad. And Lance Stroll and Alex Albon setting up the first times here. Will Fernando Alonso make a breakthrough his teammates and get P2 for the first stage of qualifying? We're still early days in 8 minutes. There's Carlos Sainz, just 0.1 seconds off the leader, and Stroll is 0.046 seconds off the leader. Esteban Ocon with a 1 second time difference. That's a big gap. 1 second. And that is a 105.745. Oliver Behrman in P5 resting there. Will Alonso, Pierre Gasly. And here we have Pierre Gasly in P5. Esteban Ocon making a push there. Alex Albon just 0.2 seconds off. Lance Stroll. Maybe we'll see something from him lately. Fernando Alonso, can he match up to his teammate? Oliver Behrman in P6 doesn't have a time yet. Where will we see from Oliver Behrman? Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri are the main runners here. A lot of bets on them. If we go to F1 Fantasy, we can see how much they're betting on them. But we'll not see that now. And in the back here, Isaac Adjon and Liam Lawson, those two are staying hell away from that commotion. And Oscar Piastri again ahead of Max Verstappen here. They haven't set their time, but we're going to see what they can do. Franco Calapinto in P10, just behind Nico Hulkenberg, Fernando Alonso, and Gabriel Bortella, his teammate over in P7. Oliver Behrman still there, yet to put a time out for the Haas driver. Can he match up to his teammate? That is the question. Can Esteban Ocon beat Norris's practice time? We will see in today's qualifying. Lance Stroll in P3. It's still 10 minutes in. It's got a long time to go. And in the back here, we have Liam Lawson. So his teammate Isaac Hadjar is actually gaining some positions here. And Norris, will he make it? Will he make a time? I saw something there. And Oliver Behrman, P8, makes a time here. Gabriel Bortella in P3. Nico Hulkenberg just ahead by a few milliseconds of Ocon, just 0.064. Very close. Gabriel Bortella, 2 Kick Sauber drivers for a 1 and 3 for the first 10 minutes in of Austrian qualifying in 2025. And Esteban Ocon's teammate, Oliver Behrman, can he push? He's just 1 second, 0.109 off the race leader. Can we see something from the McLarens? These two on the main runners. There are going to be a lot of expectations for them. Nico Hulkenberg with a 1 minute 5.681. Very good time. And Gabriel Bortel is just 0.101 seconds off. Very close. And Alabon is sitting in P4 now. Stroll, will he keep that P5 position? I mean, they will remove. Now I think it goes up to P15. So now in the danger zone, we have Liam Lawson, Kimi Antonelli, Russell, and there's a push. You see Lando Norris and Max Verstappen up there. Lando Norris 104.672 seconds. Max Verstappen 0.434 seconds off a race leader. It's very tight here in the Lando Norris from practice. And here we have Charles Leclerc in P3 now. Will his teammate make a push? Will Lando's teammate make a push? I don't know. Maybe Piastri is making for some ground here. Maybe he can make some good ground here and get some good times. There is Lewis Hamilton, P3, getting ahead of his teammate, which is in P4 now. And now it is currently Norris, Max, Verstappen, Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, and Yuki Tsunoda for top 5. And there we go. Max Verstappen, P2, and Isaac Hadjar in P4, head of Charles Leclerc. Still no gap between them. And Kimi Antonelli and Russell still need to make a push. Oscar Piastri, 21 seconds off the race leader. Not a very good time. And he drops positions into P17. Let's see. We do see anything up here. Oh, yes, there are some changing up position here. There's Kimi Antonelli into P4. Isaac Hadjar still in P5. Lewis Hamilton P3. Leclerc dropping down to P6 with Russell P7. And Yuki Tsunoda and Liam Lawson very close to each other. PA and P9. Nico Hulkenberg is just one position off Albortella, with Ocon being the little cheese in between the sandwich. And Fernando Alonso and Sainz changing up the positions here. And Piastri's P19. I mean, we should see something from him very soon. We have 104, and it's just very close. The gaps are coming very close here. Very close there between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. Long rivals in 2021, very close between them. And Isaac Hadjar is still ahead of Leclerc. Russell still needs to push through. And Tsunoda's very comfortable in P8 here. And Piastri is still a no-show. Franco Colapinto still needs to see something from him. And let me just slide off. Get that out of here. And now they're still keeping the same positions here. Not much going on for the front runners. I think it's the same kind of time from practice with Norris. And no changes so far. Antonelli still in P4. And then we have Oscar Piastri, 0.332 off the race leader. This is very close. Just 0.9. Max Verstappen in P3, just ahead of Lewis Hamilton and Antonelli. Isaac Hadjar, Pierre Gasly in P6. Leclerc and Isaac Hadjar and Russell are not liking this. They would like to push here. Leclerc and Russell, one of the main ones up there. Isaac Hadjar was really behind in practice. Leclerc and Russell were up there for practice in the positions, but now it seems like they're dropping down. Maybe, possibly with Yuki Tsunoda in P10. And Franco Colapinto is now in P12. Possibly some positions gained there. And we are now 16 minutes in with the two McLaren drivers on the top over there. So, okay. Pierre Gasly's still staying in that position. And we'll see anything down here. Nothing going on down over here. Carlos Sainz in P20 and Alonso. Big change over there in the bottom. And they're all gonna take. I feel like they're gonna be a lot of flying laps coming in these kind of times. Still 16 minutes in. Still early days. A lot can change. I think it should end in an hour or so. Pierre Gasly still in P6. Kimi Antonelli in P5. And Isaac Adjar there. So let's read out the top 10 now. If Lando Norris. Oh, Boratello in P5. Holy guacamole. Comes out of nowhere. Alright, let's read the top 5. The top 10. Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Gabriel Bortello, Kimi Antonelli, Pierre Gasly, Isaac Hadjar, Charles Leclerc, and George Russell. I mean, a lot can change. Like Pierre Gasly in P7, that's really impressive. And Gabriel Bortello with a flying time lap for the Kick Sauber. And he's doing a 105. So we have 104 at the pole position time. Carlos still in P20. We'll see any changes here. Will Leclerc with his teammate gain? Or Russell, will he gain? No, we will have Alex Albon in P5. It's the back markers that are making a big push today, folks. Nobody has joined us today. Hopefully they do. Alright, so positions now running for top 5 are Norris, Piastri, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, and Alex Albon. That is the top 5. Alex Albon did a very good time. Did a massive push, just over 105, it looks like. You just want to be just in the 104 section, so you know where to go. You have a good time. You want a flying lap that gets you a good position, but you want to keep doing flying laps, like constant ones. And hold up, not much progress going on through here for the Leclerc here and Russell. And I think Mercedes might want to gain some more positions. Oh my goodness, I look like a vet doing this. I have Leclerc and Russell and Tsunoda. These three were doing very well in practice earlier today. Uh, Piastri and Norris doing some great times. I mean, Norris did 2 flying laps. I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this. And then just did some calm stuff. So, Bortello and Albon doing some flying laps here. Pierre Gasly also. And you still have Alonso. We're Science. He's in P15. They just want to be out of the danger zone. So, Science is safe. So, from P16 and below, they're out. So we're looking at the bottom here. So Alonso, Behrman, Stroll, Ocon, and Nico Hulkenberg are in the danger zone of being knocked out of today's qualifying in Austria. And I don't think, yeah, it's just 1 second.219 off of a race leader. And we go up here to 104, so it's a good time. Liam Lawson in P3. I mean, now they're pushing to not be out in U1, We're 21 minutes in, and Liam Wilson is in P3. Kimi Antonelli is now dropping into P8. Leclerc in P11. I don't think most of the teams want to risk it. I just want to stay here. So, some changes here. Now, who has gained here? Charles Leclerc in P7 now. And Fernando Alonso, P8. Just staying ahead of Oliver Behrman. Just a few milliseconds off of Oliver Behrman. And Nico Hulkenberg, Sainz, Franco Colapinto, Yuki Tsunoda, and Esteban Ocon are in the danger zone. George Russell is also not safe here. He's in P15. He's just safe. Command now swapping some positions here. So now it's pretty good for McLaren. Staying pretty calm. Max Verstappen has been very quiet lately. And Albon. Oliver Behrman. And have Isaac Hadjar here. We have the back markers making some positions here. And Alonso ahead of Behrman. So Russell is in the danger zone now. Russell will need to make a good qualifying time, or okay, he's in the safe zone now. Calapinto is okay. If Stroll can put in the time, good enough. Russell's P11 with his teammate in P10, Kimi Antonelli. So we have Stroll in the danger zone here. Can Franco Calapinto keep that position just ahead of Stroll? Away of a danger, and we are 23 minutes in. Nothing to lose here. Unless if you're staying in that Nico Hulkenberg place. He's in lost. And you want to set out a good time that just keeps you in a position that you want to kind of stay in. Like Russell will only do lap times if he has to. He's now at P11. And the two McLaren drivers are just staying in this position. So we are almost 25 minutes in and looking pretty good here for the McLarens and the Ferraris and the Red Bulls and also most of the drivers. But except for Sonoda, he is in the danger zone, so he does need to make a flying lap. If he cannot pull a flying lap, he will be starting in P18, which isn't very good. So, Hamilton and Bartello, I would not think they would be like next to each other. Bartello's teammate is only in P20. He needs to make a flying lap, or else he's basically out. And I don't think Oliver Behrman is fine with Calapinto. Two rookies there. Liam Lawson is in P3 with Gasly and Isaac Hadjar just behind him. His teammate in P5. Need some water here. Oh, let's go. I'm wearing this. I'm just trying something. Now, Max Verstappen is very comfortable in his position, but his teammate is already in P18. I mean, I'm watching out here. Carlos Sainz in P19. Just realized that. So these are the drivers that we need to watch out for being knocked out in Q1. So Sonoda, if he can get a good qualifying lap, get up to his teammate Max Verstappen, he'll be good. Just in front of Hamilton or behind. Hulkenberg has been staying in the last kind of positions for some time now. We are almost half an hour in, and that's when Ocon is just in the danger zone. Stroll has been there for some time, and I'll just carry on talking with you guys. And Sainz actually needs to get actually a good lap time here, or else he will be in big shit there in P19. Right in front of Yuki Tsunoda. He is in the Red Bull, which is kind of an advantage. And Carlos does have kind of more experience in his past kind of races. So it's gonna be very tight there. Nico Hulkenberg does actually need to put in a good qualifying lap here, or else he will be staying and will be in P20 for the start of the Grand Prix, which is the big day, and which is indeed tomorrow. So it should be very tight here between the times. I mean, Stroll doesn't want to put anything out, and Franco Calapinto's pretty big fine where he is. I mean, he is very close to danger or like dropout zone. But if you want to be like where Leclerc or Russell is like a couple positions ahead. Really, where he had a lot of positions gained and like qualifying times. Now it's just the same runners. So we are basically half an hour in, and I think a lot of them shall be pitting very soon. Because, yes, Sainz should be in the pits or Hulkenberg, because they're, let me see, tires used. So, oh, I thought that's how many times they pit. Or, oh, yeah, it does mean that. So, Carlos Sainz has pitted 4 times. I think he might be in the pits now because of how many times he's done it. He probably needs to do a good time. Yeah, it's it's basically half an hour in, and the two front runners have actually done pretty well so far. I mean, in practice they have done really well. So now it's just gonna be drivers trying to push for some good times. If anything changes, I'm just gonna be impressed. And speaking of that, we have position gained here. And oh my goodness me, Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, P1 and P2. That's a 1-2 for Ferrari than Norris. Now, we'll just go on. It's been a half an hour in. I think qualifying's for an hour. And then Alex Albon in P2. That's a 1-3 for Ferrari right there. Now, they do need to keep these positions or else they will be kind of falling back behind. But it is a very short track, so the times will be very quick. I don't know why it's not showing me the gap. I'm not sure. Alright. So we have Lewis Hamilton, Alex Albon, Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris, and Oscar Piastri for the top 5. That's a great time. Well, I don't even know what the time is for Hamilton. I don't know. I don't think it's my Wi-Fi. It's probably is. Um Hamilton, I suppose, has a pretty good lap time because I think Norris had a 104. And Charles Leclerc in P1 is a 1-2 for Ferrari. Ferrari are pushing. Hamilton and Leclerc are side by side, right next to each other with the times. I think they probably like have a 2 second gap when they're like actually racing with each other when they're on the track, not with the times. I mean, now Alex Albon is V3. Alex Albon in P2. Charles Leclerc in P3 now. It's just like that earlier. Now, will the McLarens make a push through? I don't think so. Now, Hamilton is staying in P1. I mean, it's 32 minutes in. It's half an hour and 2 minutes in. Will we see something from the Red Bulls? That is the question. And the Mercedes. Nothing from Sonoda. No flying laps from the back markers there. I mean, Hamilton does want to get a pretty good lap time to stay in that position because they carry on the times, I think. And so far, so good. No crashes, no nothing. If there was, I would say DNF here. I mean, Nico Hulkenberg has nothing going on. 105. So 105, not a 104 this time. Finally, okay, I think my Wi-Fi might gain back. Alright, now Leclerc is in P1 now, and then it's Hamilton, then Alex Albon. Just 6 milliseconds. Now please show me Norris's. Now anything from the back runners here? Nothing. Simply nothing. Come on, you have to do some flying lap Stroll or Ocon or Sonoda or Sainz or Hulkenberg. Any of you, please, just any of you five, just go flying lap. Alright, so it is very close at the time, 0.205. And Liam Lawson is just ahead of his teammate Isaac Hadjar in P4. And then it's Isaac Hadjar in P5. Interesting lineup. Ferraris I would expect to be up here. Albon in a Williams I would not expect. And there's Pierre Gasly in P5. Oh my goodness me, the McLarens are falling back. They are falling. Franco Calapinto in P9. Great time over there. Now there is pressure. Stroll and Alonso, there is pressure on them. If it's Stroll, Ocon, Tsunoda, Sainz, or Hulkenberg, Alonso, Russell, and Antonelli, and Verstappen possibly are in the danger zone. Oscar Piastri and Norris don't have to worry about it now. And there is Franco Calapinto's in P10. Oh, Alonso is in P9. They have to be safe now. Who's in the... Oh, Russell's very close. It's in these areas that they want to gain. Any new leader? No, same old, same old. So, the two Mercedes are just in the top 10, so they're fine. So, oh, a lot of positions extension. Oscar Piastri in P5, just a few milliseconds off the leader. I can't even see how many seconds off. 35 minutes in, and Nico Hulkenberg is just staying in P20, no flying lap or anything. And I don't think Stroll. Oh, Russell and Antonelli making some switcheroos there. Third times. Stroll actually needs to put in a good lap time. Hulkenberg, Sonoda, and Sainz and Ocon, I don't think they want to do any form of pushing. They're just pulling it back and staying in their positions, possibly going down. And it's pretty fine with the Ferraris up there. And Max Verstappen P7 now. Two McLarens are just okay. Who is that? Isaac Hadjar at P2 ahead of Liam Lawson beating Leclerc is 1 minute and 5 seconds, 0.446, and doing it in a 105.248. That's a 2 millisecond difference. A minute. I don't know. Like, get out, you stupid mosquito. That is impressive from Liam Lawson. Oscar Piastri's okay. And oh my goodness me. Where's Norris? P10. Okay, the McLarens are fine. It's the same ones that are dropped out there. Alright, we are almost 40 minutes in, just 3 minutes away from 40. And with Max Verstappen to 105.103. Excellent time, just a couple. I don't know, milliseconds. I don't. George Russell in P3, just 0.279 milliseconds off. No, seconds off. Oh, okay. Oscar Piastri with a 104.556 milliseconds. Hamilton comfortably in his position, 1 second off the leader, a lot of 1 seconds off. Now I'm finally get the and there's Lando Norris with his 104.410. And we are 2 minutes away from 40 minutes. Franco Calapinto is just in the safe zone. And I think it's going to be the same drivers that are going to be out. They're not pushing. Stroll doesn't want to push. Nico doesn't want to push. Ocon, Yuki, Carlos, they don't want to push. I don't know why they don't say junior. He is a junior, though. Didn't you find that strange? Did you know that? That's a fun fact. Says now McLaren, Ferrari, Red Bull. Okay, then you tell me RB or V carb, Mercedes V carb, Mercedes, and then Alpine and P10. I think you're drunk or something. Okay, now the McLarens are they will set out times that would be like way ahead of the other drivers, and then they'll stay comfortable with that. Oscar Piastri, well, can he get ahead of his teammate? I don't think Oscar Piastri, no, because I don't think he doesn't have as much skill as Norris or like years of experience. Experience, that's the word. And I can see Norris is much ahead of Leclerc and Hamilton. I mean, Hamilton now is getting older. And oh shit. Oh. And he does have a lot of skill. But with Leclerc, he must know when to push and not to push too hard with the car. Maxi's good. I mean, everyone from Stroll to Hulkenberg, I mean, they're okay. Sainz was in a really good team, like Ferrari. And his contract ended. They wanted him to go Williams or Aston Martin, but he chose Williams. Right now, the teams are really weird. We're gonna get Cadillac very soon, just around the corner. We just see some good improvements here. And Gabriel Bortello was up here, I think, in P5 where Max was. And I just dropped down to P14. Lance Stroll. And all of them have been in the same position. I don't see them making any progress anytime soon. We are 40 minutes in. And Norris is still leading the way with a very strong time. A 104.4010 milliseconds. A 1 minute .04.410. Oscar Piastri, still want to see something from him. I feel like they're making Norris the number one driver. 41 minutes in, and not much going on over here in these kind of positions. Hulkenberg, no progress yet. I mean, he's been staying there for some time. Let me take it. Let me just remove this. Feels better. My skin feels slightly better. Alright, we're back in business, baby. So, the two McLarens have been going very strong now for some time. Even in practice, they had some really good times. A 105 and went all the way to a 104. Just gained a second, and if you can gain a second in practice very easily, it's very helpful if you're like racing in a tight situation. You need to be able to like gain a second. Max has been staying from third to 10th up to fifth, and he is now fifth. I mean, these top five would make sense, and then it drops down. It doesn't make any sense. Stroll has been doing the same thing, just staying in the same position, not much. Uh, Ocon has been saying, all of them have been saying same position. If we look at practice, they have done pretty well. So what do we have after this? Grand England. Oh god. Okay, now we are in Q2. God damn it. Shit. Alright, we are now in Q2. Everyone from Franco Calapinto to Norris is in. From Stroll to Hulkenberg is out. So now we are in Q2. This one and another one afterwards is qualifying finished. So we're halfway through. We just started halfway point, and 44 minutes in. Looks like they're just keeping the same positions here, and 104 times still standing there. So Norris has used three, and also his team has used three. I think, yeah, it's mostly 3 to 4. 6. Albon, why have you? Oh my days, 6, really? So Franco Calapinto staying in his P15 position. He's pretty comfortable there. Um, Now anyone from P15 to P10, I think is this. Yeah. So Calapinto is now in the dropout zone. Also, Albon is. So Albon, Behrman, Alonso, Bortello, and Calapinto are in the dropout zone in Q2. Uh, Max, all the way from Lawson to Norris, they're pretty comfortable. Also, Hajar and Antonelli are pretty good. Russell's perfect where he is. He's fine. He's in between the bad and the good. And so they're out. And now we have. If they don't show like the gap, that probably means they're out. Yeah. So Stroll cannot keep up, and he is currently out now. Um, sorry, I just choked on my saliva. I don't know how I choke on my own saliva. Pierre Gasly is okay. He's fine. But if there's one flying lap and he doesn't do well, he is in the dropout zone. But he does. You do want to stay in position where it's fine. Oliver Behrman still in P12. It's always the drivers that are gonna be dropped out are always not gonna do flying laps. I don't think any of these five did a flying lap. None of them did a flying lap. Albon did a few flying laps. He did a lot of flying laps. Let's say so we have to fit in. So 3 minutes from 50, from 650. We are 3 minutes away from 650, and that almost make it. Let me say track time. I'll make it. So there it's 4:47, and in 3 minutes it'll be. I'm trying to get used to saying other country. It'll be 4:50 in 3 minutes, and that'll almost make it 5 o'clock. And that will be at 6. Oh shit, yeah. So Calipinto is in the dropout zone, so that happens. See, it's always a good idea to be at least like P10 when it's like Q1 because in the next qualifying you're in the dropout zone. So Stroll. So I was not expecting Sonoda to be in P18. I would think Stroll would be there. Sainz. Come on, man. Hulkenberg, come on. Um, Lando keeping his same lap time. It's a strong one. I think they reset the time lapse, like even like they don't carry the same times. Antonelli's pretty good where he is, just 2 positions off of Ertz gone bad. If Antonelli was here, it would have been very close to the dropout zone. Albon is in the dropout zone. We're looking at some merchandise. Anyway, Albon is in the dropout zone. If he cannot get a flying lap, he'll be out in P11, which is a pretty good time. I don't see any flying laps coming in here. 2 seconds off a leader. If you can gain 2 seconds, just 2 whole seconds, the 2.177. If you can gain that, which is big, he will be in P1 or he'll be tied in P1. So Oscar Piastri is just 0.146 off. 1 minute away from the big 50. No changes so far. Liam Lawson staying in a pretty good position with his teammate in P8. I mean, doing very well so far. Shit. Kurba. 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 Yeah. Oh shit. Alright, anyway. So no changes happened so far. I think they're gonna be like pitting now, probably. They're gonna be pitting. Is now, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 4:50. I'm gonna save a track time. It sounded like somebody named Bartholomew. And the exclusive Franco Calipinto. Nah, just stop it. I don't know why they're not gonna try and do flying laps. You are in the dropout zone. Bro, like 10 minutes left until. Are they gonna do like until. Like when it goes to half an hour? Like 5:30. They're gonna do like that. And oh, Pure Gasly is in the dropout zone. George Russell and Kimi Antonelli are just staying there. Gabriel Bortillo, P3. Flying laps are coming in now. Gabriel Bortillo's out of dropout zone over there. Now we'll only have something from George Russell and Kimi Antonelli. Kimi Antonelli's in the dropout zone. That is not very good for Kimi Antonelli there. Liam Lawson and Isaac Adjar dropping some positions there. Now we have Gabriel Bortillo and Max Verstappen over there staying in the same positions. Now will have anything change? Oh, there. Isaac Adjar and Liam Lawson are very close over there, right? Baron George Russell just staying safe there. Kimi Antonelli is still in P11 in the dropout zone. Will we have Franco Calapinto change anything? Now they are not going to do something to get ahead over there. Fernando Alonso is just 2 positions off of his teammate, unless if he can push for a good lap over here. Franco Calapinto has been in the same position for some time. Is now 52 minutes past 4. Sounds like a fancy version of just. Oh, okay. And now we have Oliver Behrman just out of a dropout zone. Fernando Alonso in P8 over here. Now we have Kimi Antonelli swapping around with Fernando Alonso staying away from the dropout zone. George Russell in the dropout zone with Oliver Behrman just a boost. Now Fernando Alonso now in P10. Will there'll be a big changer. Gabriel Bortello staying there. The 2 McLarens are going to be very comfortable over there now. While Leclerc will stay in P6 with Hamilton right behind him. And George Russell is now in P6. Now Leclerc into P3, just 0.324 seconds off the race leader. Now when we have George Russell, the big push over there. Will he give us a push? Will Lewis Hamilton give us push like his teammate did into P3? Now will they get into P3 or P2? This is a tight one, actually. Liam Lawson P9, you just out of drop zone, and Kimi Antonelli is also out of drop zone. Fernando Alonso is also in the drop zone. Alex Albon needs to make some progress over here. Isaac Hadjo in the drop zone. Indeed, Oliver Behrman needs to give a push to gain out of the dropout zone. I'm flipping losing my voice down here. Albon just 0.795 off a race leader needs to gain at least 2 positions to be out of a dropout zone. Hamilton, can he go up to his teammate? Gabriel Bortello is very comfortable here, but his teammate is out, so it's all on him. He's in P5, great position here. If he can keep that, that would be great for the team. We are now 54 minutes in. This is very close for the top 3. Hold on. He's going to. Oliver Behrman, can he put in a flying lap or will he stay in P15? That is the question. He is indeed in the dropout zone. His teammate Ocon did not get a good position, P17. But can he change that? Can he change that? Will he change that? P15. He is indeed in the dropout zone. Will he do it for Haas? Will he do it for himself? Does he want to change to Ferrari? That is his choice. Calapinto, he's still in the dropout zone. Alonso is now in the dropout zone. Pure Gasly is out of that dropout zone and into P6 he goes. Just behind Bortello. And Liam Lawson's very close to it. Kimi Antonelli's like right at the edge over there. If Fernando can put in that flying lap he did earlier, he will be in the dropout zone, or any of them put out a flying lap. Kimi Antonelli and Lawson are probably screwed. Nothing from Oliver Behrman and Calapinto. We are 4 minutes away from 5 o'clock. It's getting dark here. Now Hamilton is in P8. He's also in the danger zone. You're just 3 positions off of where dropout zone is. Now, I don't think he's gonna do a flying lap time. Has anybody joined us? No. Okay. Okay, Q2 just finished. Oh shoot, sorry guys, my ping. So, for Q2, we have Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Gabriel Bortello, Pierre Gasly, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Liam Lawson, and Kimi Antonelli. They're just finishing up now. If one of them can put in a flying lap now, on the last lap, they'll be through. Albon, Albon, how the damn hell do you use 7 goddamn pit stops? Come here, bah! Yeah, Behrman's out. Go here. Sorry, my ping. So Q2 just finished. Now the everyone from here to here has been out. So that is Isaac Hadjar is out actually. So actually Isaac Hadjar and Alex Albon are out. Alonso, I was not expecting him to be out in Q2. And he did get much. He got 5 positions higher than his teammates. Lance Stroll. And alright, they are out. Now Q3, the final qualifying shall begin in 1 minute. It shall begin in 1 minute time. Alright, back again. Now we are back into business, baby. So, Norris, I don't think he doesn't want to make any changes. I mean, he's in a good position with Piastri. Leclerc and Max are fine. Is from top 10. Hamilton. Alright, there's no point of danger zone now. Alright. This is the final one. They're gonna be flying laps everywhere. If they have a lost kind of areas like Kimi Antonelli, they're probably not gonna do it. Or they should do it. They should. Keyword should. If they'd up to like Q4, it would be like top 5. That would be so interesting to see. So fun to see. No time's out now. But it's gonna be like one of these drivers that are gonna go with a flying lap and push it up to here. Then Norris Piastri just comes slowly along and just smash that time with a 105, then a 104. The record is by the Mercedes W11, which is a 102. So if they can gain 2 seconds, they'll beat the world record. And it should be starting now. Let me just. Yeah, I know it's live. No shit. Come on. Alright, it is 11 minutes in. No time's out yet. So currently we have Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Gabriel Bartella, Pierre Gasly, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Liam Lawson, and Kimi Antonelli for qualifying Q3. No times have came out yet, so we are gonna wait for them to put in the times. So now the average like tires used is like 4 to 5. And you scroll down, then you see Alex Album 7. And we're thinking, what the hell is this drunk ass Ty doing? I think he's the only Thai F1 driver. The first name Alexander does make sense for a Thai person. I think they're Italian or Greek or something. So yeah, Thai. No times have come in yet, so I'm just gonna refresh this page. So positions are the same. And oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, Pierre Gasly in P1. Now we have Oscar Piastri pushing ahead of him over there. Kimi Antonelli is in P3. Lando Norris in P4. Will Leclerc accept that he's in P5? I don't think want that. Hamilton P9. Not very good for him over there. Gabriel Bartella in P6. Not bad. And he's just behind Max Verstappen over there. Now there's some shenanigans over there. Lando Norris in P1. Oscar Piastri in P2. Pierre Gasly in P3. Kimi Antonelli in P4. Charles Leclerc in P5. Max Verstappen in P6. Gabriel Bartella in P7. George Russell in P8. Lewis Hamilton in P9. Liam Lawson in P10. These are the main runners here for Q3. Now we have Max Verstappen into P3 ahead of Pierre Gasly. Charles Leclerc into P3 just ahead of Max Verstappen over there. Pierre Gasly. Willie won. P5. I think Kimi Antonelli would like to take that position away from him. And instead, Gabriel Bartella would like to take them away from him. And we have some positions fighting over here. Gabriel Bartella just ahead of Pierre Gasly. Lewis Hamilton ahead of Kimi Antonelli. George Russell, will he make a push through here? Liam Lawson staying in that position in the V car over there. And it is the same two front runners over there. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. Charles Leclerc in P3 now. Far behind is Max Verstappen, Bartella, and Pierre Gasly. Now, Bartella is now their way. Pierre Gasly is in P1. Kimi Antonelli is in P2. It is the Alpine, Mercedes, and McLaren. This is the final qualifying, and we are just starting in. Oscar Piastri back into P1. Will Norris bring an upset into P1? Will we see that from the McLaren? I mean, he's been doing that since practice. And yes, he is into P1. Leclerc, Hamilton, the two Ferraris need to make a push. Liam Lawson hasn't done any flying laps here. Lando Norris, will he do his normal 105, 104 situation? Will he keep that gap ahead? And they're doing the same strategy. Max Verstappen into P3. Pierre Gasly, he's doing very well to be in the top 10 over here. Now Kimi Antonelli, Oscar Piastri, just ahead of Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is in P3 now. Max Verstappen is just staying ahead over there. Gabriel Bartella is P5. Pierre Gasly and Pierre Gasly with a 105.649. Kimi Antonelli 105.276. It's very tight here with these time lapse. I think Norris and Piastri, yes, a 104, classic 104 there, 0.554. And Lando Norris with his 104.268. And they always do a 104 there just to keep a safe gap. Will we see any upset from Max Verstappen or Hamilton? Possibly Russell. Leclerc, he's okay. Will he? Max Verstappen in P3. Leclerc staying in P6. Will we see anything from Pierre Gasly? And Leclerc in P2. Excellent time from Charles Leclerc. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Max Verstappen in P4, just ahead of Antonelli over there. Now this will be the final decision. Lando Norris Hamilton in P4. It's going to be a McLaren Ferrari situation now. Max Verstappen, will he want that? Will he want to? No, he will drop down to P6 and Russell will take his position into P5. Lawson's staying pretty quiet down there with Pierre Gasly. And now they are setting out over there. Now, this, if this is how it starts, it will be pretty good for Lando Norris, Leclerc, and Piastri. It'll be a 1-3 for McLaren, you know. And Russell in P5 is doing pretty well over there. Max Verstappen will not be happy with that. P6, Kimi Antonelli doing pretty well in his P7. Will want to gain over there. Kimi Antonelli, we know how much he wants like to gain with that number 12. Norris keeping that position of a number 4. Same amount of tires he used. Leclerc 16 staying at P2 position, just 0.224 milliseconds off. No seconds off of a race leader, just a 104.268 seconds. And other times will be very close. Oscar Piastri, can he make it come through ahead of Leclerc? That will be the question. Russell just behind Hamilton here. There's 0.2 off him. Gabriel Bortello is staying pretty comfortable, just a second off of a race leader. Liam Lawson hasn't done any flying laps so far. We are 8 minutes in. It's the same runners. Will we see any flying laps now anytime soon? And there it is now, 5:09, about to be 5:10. Almost 10 minutes in. And we have a McLaren driver, Lando Norris, leading the Grand Prix. Will there be any upset for Max Verstappen or Russell? That is the question. Will Piastri get P2? Can he get ahead of Leclerc? And I have a feeling that Russell or Max are going to get a massive push, and then Oscar Piastri is going to push ahead of them. And we are almost 10 minutes in. Look at the back over here. Lawson and P10. So now we are having Norris, Leclerc, Piastri, Hamilton, Russell, Max Verstappen, Kimi Antonelli, Gabriel Bortello, Pierre Gasly, and Liam Lawson so far. We are 10 minutes in. And no progress so far. Oh shit, pressing buttons. No progress so far from Liam Lawson. We see anything here? No, you're not. And there should be a flying lap coming very soon. I have a feeling. My flippin' spiders are tingling, and North has a very strong time here. Just staying ahead of Leclerc. I mean, it's just 0.224 seconds ahead. And it's times that are so close that make the sport really fun. And we have Oscar Piastri here, so it's a 1-3 for McLaren, a 2-4 for Ferrari, and a 5-7 for Mercedes, and a 6-18 for Red Bull. Liam Lawson has to carry the RB team here, Racing Bulls team here, because he is ahead of his teammate. He's in P10 now. Can he get ahead of Pierre Gasly? Pierre Gasly was pushing sometimes through there. He was in P1. It's now 7-11. Never been to a 7-Eleven. It's quite literally 7-Eleven. Just remove that. Yeah, 7-Eleven. That's 7-Eleven. Get out, you flipping fly. Anyway, so Norris has been keeping that P1 position for some time. Leclerc has been up there with the results, or like the timings. And I will be doing a live stream of a Grand Prix. I'll try to. And so far, no times have been set out here. Gabriel Bortello, this is second off of a race leader. Liam Lawson, no, nothing coming from him. I mean, some of them might be in the pit lane. That's the thing. Some of them might be in the pit lane. That is the thing. Some of them possibly are in the pit lane. Some of them are possibly not in the pit lane. We are seeing Norris mostly ahead over here. And sorry. Leclerc is also doing pretty well in P2. Piastri has been up there in P2 and P3. I mean, he does wait like 10 minutes for most of the driver. So, I mean, I think he's waiting for the tires to warm up or something, but it's qualifying. So it's like 5 minutes in between each quali. So it doesn't make sense. He just like waits until he's like P12 or something. He does a flying lap and then he gets like P2 or P3. And then Norris is just afterwards getting P1. Then Piastri gets that filling in like over here. Over here. And he just makes that gap there. And oh, Liam Lawson in P6. Liam Lawson is now in P6. Gained a pretty good time. And now Pierre Gasly is 1.678 seconds off a pace of a leader. And Liam Lawson is now in P6. Pretty good time for the RB there. If I go to schedule, it actually shows the drivers. I don't know why that doesn't show the drivers. Go here. Show it. Come on. Yeah, it shows the faces. We have Liam Lawson carrying the team of his teammate, which is in P13 now. He's in P6. Now, can we see an upset from Antonelli? That is what we are focusing on over here. And results. What do you mean results? We have a qualifying finished. So in P1 we have Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, Liam Lawson, Max Verstappen, Gabriel Bortello, Kimi Antonelli, Pierre Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Alex Albon, Isaac Hadjar, Franco Colapinto, Oliver Behrman, Lance Stroll, Esteban Ocon, Yuki Tsunoda, Carlos Sainz, and finally Nico Hulkenberg. Thank you for watching my stream. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great day watching the Grand Prix, and goodbye.